Let us try the case. So we don't be accused of just running off at the mouth. Let's take it to the courtroom. I am your attorney, I am your brother, I am your defender in the courtroom. And let us try the case of Gergory Collins. And let us look at the murder of Anthony Hill. Sheriff Foster, he keeps saying, I don't understand why they're marching. I just can't understand it. Wipe my forehead. I'm sweating up here. But that's what he says. I see him on the news. He says, I just don't understand it. I've done all I can do. Sheriff Foster, let me wake you up to life as a black person in South Carolina. White people of South Carolina, take a deep breath, buckle your seatbelts, and try for a moment to put yourself in the shoes of the children of your former slave. Try for a moment, while you're with me, to put down the prejudice, put down the arrogance, put down the hatred, put down the bigotry. Even though you have made an arrest, he made an arrest. Let's give Sheriff a little round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. He made an arrest. That is true. And that maybe all he can do is make an arrest. But now it's time for you to stand up, Sheriff Foster. This case is an outrage. Gergory Collins has not even been indicted. Over 40 days after this dragging and murder, where the police had to come to the trailer home of Gergory Collins, where he had dozens and dozens of guns, according to their evidence. Dozens and dozens of guns. Our investigation, brothers and sisters, has shown, and it has yet to be refuted or denied, that in the trailer home there were Confederate and rebel flags. I don't care what they say about their history, the Confederate flag is a hate flag. The rebel flag is a hate flag. And that is the flag that enslaved black people in this state. And when you see them carrying that flag, it means they still believe in Jim Crow, still believe in segregation, still believe in the white over the black. I say the Confederate flag is per se a hate flag. If you agree with me that the Confederate flag is a hate flag, put your black hand in the air. Let me ask you this. If one have a Nazi sign on his body, is that one a white supremacist? Do white supremacist organizations exist in South Carolina? If you believe that the Klan, if you believe that the Aryan Nation, if you believe that white supremacist organizations exist in Newberry and throughout South Carolina, raise your hand high and keep your hand high. We are here because anytime a black man is dragged behind a pickup truck, that is a modern day lynching, and we have to take a stand against it, whether you made an arrest or not. You can't afford to be afraid in this hour. You can't afford to be silent in this hour, because silence will become part of the conspiracy. Anthony Hill fought in Iraq. Anthony Hill, you see him here with the stripes and the bars behind him. Our brother in Anthony Hill, oh may God rest his soul in peace. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because of the evidence, merely on the fact, even if it wasn't a Confederate flag, even if it wasn't tattoos on his body, Anytime a white person tie a black man up and tie him up to the back of a pickup truck and drag that black man, that's automatically a lynching and automatically a hate crime. This crime must be charged as a hate crime, and it must be charged now, and if we don't get justice, it ain't gonna be no peace. How many of y'all say this is a hate crime? Raise your hand high. The dragging of Anthony Hill is what? I don't think they hear us because they ain't talking loud enough from what I'm hearing. The dragging death of Anthony Hill is what? It's a what? Say it one more time. If you believe it's a hate crime, raise your hands high and keep them high. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to the stenographers or the court reporter, otherwise known as the media, please take note and count of the jury. While everybody is hollering and screaming about the Panthers, y'all need to be dealing with the real hate crimes that's going on right here in South Carolina. One more time, what kind of crime was this? What kind of crime is this? And what should be the penalty for such crime? I'm just asking. I'm just asking you. I mean, I heard in the Bible, I read in the Bible where Jesus say, that shall you sow, you shall also reap. I read somewhere back in the Exodus where it talked about an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a limb for a limb, and a life for a life. But I'm asking you, if a man drag a man behind his pickup truck and he burn rubber in the black community and drag him up and down the road, what kind of penalty should be for such crime? What kind of penalty should be for such crime? What kind of mind is this? What kind of person is this? And did he act alone? We don't believe that 190-pound Gergory Collins could take 250-pound Anthony Hill and tie him up, his body and his torso by himself and hitch him to a truck. We believe that Gergory Collins acted with others, that he did not act alone. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you believe that Gergory Collins had help, if you believe that Gergory Collins had help, raise your hand high, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. How many of you believe that race and racism is a problem in Newberry? Raise your hands high. Hold your hands high. I have committed my time to you. We have committed our efforts to you. We are not here to rile up something and leave out of town in a cloud of. We are here with you to fight for complete constructive change. Don't care who don't like us in the power structure, we are with you for life. Don't say that we came here to stir up trouble. Trouble was stirred up before we got here. Don't say we came to stir up racism. Racism was here before we got here. Don't say we came to stir up prejudice. Prejudice was here before we got here. We are here to remove racism, remove prejudice, remove bigotry, and here to get it done by any means necessary.